Hi, welcome back to In the Kitchen with Ken. Like I promised last week, today we're cooking some barbecue. I've already got 2 pork shoulders that are smoking out on the grill right now, but I'm going to demonstrate on some small tenderloins the rub that I put on. I did 2 separate rubs, so I'm going to show you both of those right now and show you what to do to get them on the grill. We're going to start off with 1 tenderloin and our spices. We're going to start off with our spices. We've got a half a teaspoon of red pepper, a tablespoon of mustard, a half a tablespoon of salt, a half a teaspoon of white pepper, 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, a tablespoon of garlic powder, 2 tablespoons of chili powder, a tablespoon of paprika and black pepper, and then a half a teaspoon of coriander. We're going to take all this and mix it all together.
Once we get it all mixed up, just mix it all together with your fingers. Make sure all the little clumps and everything's broken up. We're just going to take this and we're going to rub it all over our pork.
Just coat it really well. Roll it around. Get a good layer of stuff on there. And we're going to set this one aside and we're going to do our other one. Our other one's really easy. It's just going to be brown sugar and honey. Just take some brown sugar and just coat this on here. Kind of pat it down to make a crust. Because while this smokes, this will just form a hard little crust around here. And all that sugar will soak into the meat. Now you can do this, you can put this rub on the night before, or the day before. We're just going to drizzle some honey over it.
Now if you do this the night before, the day before, it'll give all of these spices and stuff that you're putting on here an opportunity to kind of soak into the meat. So it's a really good idea to go ahead and do it before.
Now that we've got our rub on, we're going to go ahead and put this stuff on the grill. I've had the grill going since about 4:30 this morning smoking those shoulders. The shoulders will probably smoke anywhere from 10 to 12 hours. This probably 4 to 6. It's a lot smaller piece of meat. When you put the stuff on the grill, make sure you put the fat side up. That way that fat will cook down, kind of let it drip all around the sides and stuff, and really keep your meat moist. Let's go put this on the grill. Okay, these are smoking great. We're going to go ahead and place these on the side of here. We're going to pull this aside. And close this back up. Now to go along with the pulled pork, I'm going to make some mustard coleslaw. This is a recipe that my grandmother has made for years, and we used to get it every Thanksgiving, and I love it. I know it's something totally different, but this is how we do it. We're going to start off with a half a cup of sugar, and we're going to add 1/3 of a cup of flour, 1/4 of a cup of vinegar, and then 1/4 of a cup of water also. We're going to add an egg to it. We're going to take this, we're going to mix it all up. Move this cabbage out of the way. And also to this, we're going to put in about a tablespoon of yellow mustard. And mix that all up. Now once you get this all mixed up, we're going to take it and put it on the stove and cook it up until it gets good and thick. And then we'll take it and pour it over our slaw. I like to cut the cabbage really kind of thin, so we'll just get it nice. Now that we've got our cabbage cut up, we're going to put it in a bowl and pour our sauce over the top of it. Now we'll just pour our sauce over the top of it. I'm going to take a fork, mix this all up. It's funny, the smell reminds me of being up in Chattanooga on Thanksgiving for all our family. Okay, now that that's mixed up, we're going to set it aside and we're going to start talking about the sauce that we're going to make for the barbecue. Now we're going to talk about the sauce. Barbecue sauce has a great history, but what I didn't know is that it started out probably in the 1700s as just vinegar. That's all they would use. They would take their pork, dip it down in the vinegar to give it more flavor. And as it progressed, people would add stuff to it, salt, pepper, something here, something there, just for their taste, kind of tooling it for themselves. And as it got further west and more inland, people started adding tomatoes to it, more seasoning to it. And the tomatoes kind of took over from the vinegar, so there wasn't as much vinegar left in the barbecue sauce, and it became more of a tomato-based sauce. And that's what I grew up with in Tennessee. So that's what I'm going to make for you today. I'm not going to show you how we make all of it just because it takes way too long, but I am going to post my entire recipe on the website so you can go in there and check it out and see what you think. This will give you an idea of actually how much stuff actually goes in the sauce. Once I'm done, it'll probably make about 4 quarts. The recipe will be up on the website. It'll have all the ingredients and how much to put in and how to do it. I'm going to start off by cutting this onion up, getting it going, cooking it down in the bottom of the pan with the celery and garlic. And then I'm going to add a little bit of the fresh basil leaves and some fresh rosemary to it, a little olive oil to get it going, and then I'll start adding my other ingredients. Now that I've cut my onions, garlic, celery, basil, and rosemary, I put it in the pot with a little bit of olive oil and some butter, and I'm cooking it down until the onions and the celery kind of soften up a little bit. Then I'm going to start adding my other ingredients. Okay, now that we've gotten all of our ingredients in our sauce, it's coming to a good rolling boil here. And we're going to let this sit and kind of cook down a little bit. Once it cooks down, it'll get a little bit thicker. I know. But I like that sauce a little thick. I don't want it too runny.
Yeah, this is really starting to look good though. And you should smell the house. The house smells absolutely amazing. I love cooking barbecue sauce like this. My wife's going to walk in and be like, oh my God, what's that smell?
Our pork shoulders have been cooking for almost 10 hours now. So I'm going to go check on them, see how they're doing. They've been cooking for between 250 and 300 degrees with hickory wood. I've used some dry hickory. If my heat started getting a little bit too high, I set some aside that I was soaking in water and put that on there to kind of bring the heat down a little bit. And that creates more smoke too with the wet wood. Well, let's go outside and check on that and see how it's doing. Now let's pull the smoker up and see how the stuff's doing. Oh, they look perfect. We're going to go back inside, get some plates, and pull these shoulders off. Get some of this smoke clear so I can see what I'm doing. Ah, it's heavy. Wow, this just looks awesome. Let's pull some of this off. Give you a taste. See how it just comes right apart? Just got a little piece. Oh, it's delicious. Dip a little here in the sauce. Oh, that's good. Now I'll shred the rest of this stuff and get it ready for sandwiches, or just serve it on the plate, or however you want to do it. Thanks for joining me this week in the Kitchen with Ken. We'll see you next time.